The last time modern technology met the Titanic, a submarine imploded and billions of pounds of inheritance was handed out early. But now you don't need to be a billionaire. Any Titanic-loving fan/weirdo can get involved for £30. The legend of the Titanic experience is in a place called Canada Water, which is in East London. I'd rather have been on the Titanic as she sank than in East London, but we are where we are. Walk straight past the Minecraft experience because you're neither a child nor a paedophile, I hope. Please at least unfollow me if you are. And then boom, we're on the Titanic and immediately meet these two. This is Arthur and his daughter Elizabeth. They annoyed me instantly. We will be following their journey and I'm hoping with all of my heart they don't survive. I dodged an early photo opportunity, realised that people who love the Titanic are no strangers to the Daily Mail, and then we learned about the children on board the Titanic, which was quite emotional. When I said to the other visitors that far worse was happening to children in the world right now, they simply asked how pretty are their dresses. It's all fascinating, but don't look up, otherwise you'll remember you're in a warehouse. You download an AR app onto your phone, which I was promised isn't full of spyware, and then you learn in a fun way. I got bored though, so I just tried to playfully crush the little captain with my massive hand. They only briefly mentioned the movie, I'm guessing because of licensing, but that's fine by me, and then it was on to my first VR experience.
We've got to do VR next. I f***ing hate VR.
This one was watching the orchestra play on the deck of the Titanic, which was very nice. I just can't get worked up about the Titanic. There have been over 3 million shipwrecks in human history, and we only care about this one because it's all very pretty. I can get right into the conspiracy theories though, like the sinking of the Titanic was an insurance job with her sister ship. They do talk about the coal fire though, which is nice. That's probably what weakened the ship's hull enough to be breached by the iceberg. You then sit in a big room and projectors take you on a journey through the Titanic over the course of its voyage. Now you all know how the story ends, so there's no spoilers there, and it is more impressive than it comes across on camera.
Now I've got a problem because we've caught up with a school trip, so I've got to portray this to you while not including any of them, so I don't end up in prison.
Filming around the school trip was a little bit tricky, but when the ship started sinking, spoiler alert, the teachers decisively led them out because it is a little bit scary. Annoyingly, Arthur and Elizabeth do survive. I would have happily paid another £30 to see the version where they don't. We do learn about the creepy novel Futility, which was published 15 years before the Titanic and predicts pretty much the whole thing. Seriously, it's bang on. The largest luxury ship in the world on her maiden voyage hit in an iceberg between New York and Liverpool. The boat's even called Titan, for Christ's sake. You then go into a massive VR experience where you can walk around the Titanic, and I've got to be honest, it was brilliant. And considering most people obsessed with the Titanic still have buttons on their phones, I wonder what they made of it. Another photo op at the end, but at £13.50, absolutely no chance. And then you go through a themed cafe, which I'm not sure about. I kept walking. And then you finish in the gift shop where I was tempted to get a t-shirt so strangers might think I'm a survivor of the voyage. It's not shit. It's actually quite good. I know, no one's more surprised than me. Yes, you need to be a Titanic completionist to get the most out of it, but if you are, then pay your 29 quid, come down and get all gushy about people sinking on a boat.